Hey guys, me Dave. I just had to do a quick video. It's been colder than heck up here in northern Minnesota. So I don't know, they got the apartment upstairs. They got a couple apartments in the building occupied with perps and stuff like that. I don't know what they're doing, but and this sounds crazy, but they did this in the psych ward. When I was in the psych ward, they turned my room into a torture chamber where they had 24-hour cold air conditioning blown just in my room. Now that's something they do at Gitmo, for terrorists, detainees, shit like that, right? Well, somehow they got this apartment rigged up. They just started a couple days ago. And it feels like the air conditioning's on. It sounds crazy, but they're pushing cold air in my apartment. It will not get above 63 degrees. It doesn't matter if I turn the bedroom heat on to help my little heater. It doesn't matter. It will not get above 63 degrees. So basically, it's a torture chamber. I don't know how they're doing it or where it's coming from, but it feels like air conditioning is blowing in here. It feels cold air blowing in here in my apartment. And I don't know how they're doing it. And I know it's them because it wasn't, it was kind of cold out, about zero yesterday. And I had my little heater going. I turned the bedroom heater on, which is super hot, for about 40 minutes. And usually that heat will come in here and heat the whole place up pretty quick. You know, it would not get above 63 yesterday. I've been running my little heater since 11:30. It's been what, 5 hours, whatever, and it will not get above 63 degrees. Okay, now I'm not going to turn all these other heaters on, waste a bunch of money because it's not going to get cold. It's not going to get hot in here. So I'm sitting here freezing my ass off yesterday and today. And because they did something. Now I think they did that when I first got targeted at my mom's house. They put something in my window or something, and it felt like cold air was blowing in there all the time. So it's a torture tactic, like you're a freaking terrorist. I don't know, maybe because I have a parking ticket. Oh yeah, I paid that. So yeah, I don't know why. I guess I'm some kind of terrorist or something. Starve them to death and make his apartment ice cold. They just started doing it a couple days ago. Now it was 30 degrees out, and it wasn't this cold in here, or 30 below out a few nights ago, and it wasn't this cold in here. I know it's them because last night they stopped doing it because it got down to like 57 in the living room. And I turned my little heater on. Within a few hours, it was warm in here. And I actually shut off all the heat last night. I didn't have any heat going last night, because it felt warm in here. So now it feels like there's a breeze of cold air. It feels like the air conditioning's on. And it's not leaking from my air conditioner. I don't know where it's coming from. My windows are closed. I did nothing different. And I kept warm when it was 30 below out. Now it's only about zero. And it will not get above 63 degrees. So let them win, I guess. I'm not going to sit here and turn all the heat on and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars when it's just it won't do any good anyway, you know? So it's crazy. But this is the kind of stuff they do to me. When I was in psych ward for 11 days, they had freezing cold, and it was the middle of summer anyway, but they had freezing cold air conditioning blowing in my room, just in my room. I don't know how they did it 24/7. And I was freezing my ass off. And they would be like, oh, well, because I was in a fake psych ward. They're like, oh, well, you can grab more blankets, you know, and stuff. So, but it feels like they just kicked it up. And it feels like the air conditioning's on in here. And I got my little heater going. It's 5 above. It should heat this apartment no problem. Get it up to 60, 66, 67. And it won't get past 63. You know, they just started doing that a couple days ago. I don't know if it was something they forgot about. Maybe like, oh yeah, shit, we got this. Let's freeze the hell out of them. So I don't know how they're doing it, but they got it rigged up somehow. They got the apartment upstairs. There's a perp up there all the time. I don't know if it's all the time or if it's V2K. You hear them womp, banging shit around and walking back and forth all the time. Could be V2K too, but they have the apartment upstairs occupied right above me. So I don't know how in the hell they're doing it, but it will not get over 63. You know, I don't know if I can show you. I bought these little temperature thermometers indoor, and this has been going all day. It was cold in here when I woke up. Yesterday, when I woke up, it was 50 degrees. Never been 50 degrees in here. But I bought these little thermometers, and it's been going since 11:30, and it's 5:13 now. So it's been going for 5 hours, 6 hours, and it will not get above 63 degrees. It feels like air conditioning. I'll show you the thing. you know. So it should be 68 in here, no problem. You know. So they just started doing that a couple days ago, yesterday or something. And, so I don't know, they think you're in freaking Gitmo. You know what I mean? This is US soil. I mean, I think they're crazy, man. You know? So I don't know if it's just something they forgot about, maybe. They're kind of like, oh yeah, shit, we could freeze them out. You know? Make them turn up the heat or because your bill could easily be $300-400 a month. I'm not doing it. I'll freeze out instead. I'm not gonna turn up the heat, try to get it 70 in here when it's not gonna happen anyway. But it feels chilly in here. I mean, it feels more cold than it did earlier. It feels like there's cold air blowing in here, and I don't know how they're doing it. But it's not my imagination. 63 in here. You guys seen that, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I guess putting a guy in a wheelchair isn't enough. You got to torture the hell out of him, too. You know, make sure he doesn't eat. Torture every time he orders groceries and shit like that. I mean, it's unbelievable what they're doing to me. They don't do this to Brian, too. You know, I never seen anything like it before in my life. So I just thought I would share that with you. I'll Probably go, probably go in the bedroom at 7 and turn that heat on, keep the door closed, see if I can get it a little warm. But even when I woke up, I had the heat on the night before, all night long in the bedroom. I had it on 64, and I woke up and it was 60 in there. So I don't know what they're doing, how they're doing it, but they have ways to do it, you know, and stuff. So anyway, I just thought I would share with you guys. I'll talk to you later.